it's me, Haley. This is going to be my 9-week update video. I'm currently 9 weeks, 2 days pregnant today. I know that my last video that I made was like an introduction, and then today will be my 9-week update, but I'll give you like a little bit of previous information as well, but mostly I'll update on what's currently going on. So, 9 weeks, 2 days pregnant today. I found out on May 4th, which I now know I was 3 weeks, 4 days pregnant when I found out. But when I did find out that I was pregnant, I had no clue how far along I was. I knew that I had to be early pregnant because I tested on May 1st, and on May 1st it was still coming up negative. So on May 1st it was still undetected on the tests, and then those few days later, on May 4th, it came up very lightly. So I knew that I was early pregnant, but just wasn't sure how far along. So that was pretty crazy. I was like wanting to know how far along I was, and then when I had first gone to the OB, they were giving me, I forget what they gave me, but they told me that I was, when they said how far along I was, they were saying a date that was literally I knew impossible, because they were giving me a date where I would have we would have conceived like when we had our miscarriage. So I knew that I wasn't as far along as they were saying, and I was wanting to find out, and I just wasn't sure. So I ended up I had my very first ultrasound. It was either on May 17th or 18th. I can't really recall, but around then I was at work, and I had had the miscarriage before, so I was kind of freaked out a little bit. I thought that I was having some cramping, more like some twinge feelings, more an uncomfortable feeling than a pain. It wasn't really a pain, but still, I was worried, so I left and I went to the ER, and that's when I got my first ultrasound. And everything was fine. They said, they gave me some fluids. They said I might have been dehydrated. I also had a cold at that time, so they said, just having a cold, you're probably just dehydrated, so you're feeling things more, your uterus is also growing, that's all that it is. But upon having that ultrasound, we found out that we were 5 weeks pregnant then, around 5 weeks. We saw the gestation sac and the yolk sac, and that was all really exciting to me. When you go and you know that you're really early pregnant and they go to do an ultrasound, and then I was like, ooh, maybe we'll see something, definitely probably not going to hear a heartbeat, but maybe we'll see something. And even though it was just the gestation and yolk sac, that got me all excited. And then I asked the lady to print me out a picture to take home, and I have that picture. She said, that's just the yolk sac, not the baby. And I was like, I know, I still want the picture. I like to keep everything like that, and so I like to have that. And I love to look at the two pictures now too, where I have my 5-week ultrasound and my 8-week ultrasound, and it's like, wow, look, you can just see the yolk sac here, and then here, that's my baby. You can see the head, the limb buds, everything crazy. It's just so crazy how fast they grow. So around that time, around 5 weeks, between 5 and 6 weeks, that's when I started to have the frequent urination symptoms. So I was having to pee a lot starting then. And it's a long, you just have to pee more, and I'm drinking a lot of water. I at work, I'm on my feet all day, I'm walking around a lot, so I try to drink a lot of water. I'm trying I try to do 3 liters a day sometimes, but usually between 2 and 3 liters a day. And then some extra stuff like juice in the morning, orange juice or V8 Fusion juice, but it's mostly annoying when I'm at work. I do work on the floor and at the cash register, so I'll be at the cash register, and then I'll be like, whoa, can someone watch the front, I need to go pee. And then I'll hurry to the bathroom, and sometimes, a lot of the time, I do have to pee a lot, but sometimes I'll get there and I'll be feeling like I have to pee so much, and then there's just no pee coming out. And so that's pretty annoying. Sometimes I'll feel like I have to pee, and then I get there and there's no pee, so then I go back, and then I have to take another trip not too long later and either have some pee or no pee. So there's that, peeing a lot. Being tired is not I'm not extremely tired. my last pregnancy that I miscarried at almost 7 weeks. I was 6 weeks in some days, but that was still an estimation. And I was feeling very tired with that pregnancy. Like, I felt like kind of really tired. This pregnancy, I'm not feeling very tired. The only time that I'm like, I have a wall that I hit. I'm like doing very fine, and then I'll hit this wall and I'll just be like, I need to go to sleep. And I usually only hit that wall after a day at work, or if I go to the gym, or if I'm, doing a lot of stuff, like if I'm running like a bunch of errands, and I'll be like driving home and I'll just like all of a sudden be like, I can't wait to get home and I'm just going to take a nap. Or if it's later, I'm like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm not doing anything, I'm just going right to sleep. So I'll hit that wall if I've done like a lot of stuff, but like on a normal basis, I'm not that tired, and it's not too much of a problem. At the end of week 6 is when the nausea started. So I started feeling nauseous around the end of week 6, and it wasn't that bad. It was just like, I kind of felt nauseous. But it quickly turned into vomiting, which would only happen in the morning. I would wake up in the morning and then I would like throw up. I usually wake up and I'll like chill out a little bit, like see my pets and stuff. If Rob's work schedule changes a lot, so if like he's on a morning schedule too, I'll be like seeing him, we'll be talking, I'll be eating my breakfast. But I would be eating breakfast in the morning and then I would like keep throwing up my breakfast, and it was really terrible. And then I'd be getting so mad because I'm like, geez, if I have work, I'm like, I have to go to work, so I have to eat, and once I get there, I won't be able to eat like a meal, just some snacks, so just let me be able to eat this meal before I go to work, please, and I would keep throwing up. So I've changed my system since then, and what I'll do now is I wake up and eat some saltine crackers. And after I eat my saltine crackers, I'll do everything else in my routine first. Like, I'll chill out a little bit with the saltine crackers, just like let myself be awake and like settle something a little bit in my stomach. And then I'll go ahead and I'll like shower and get dressed and do my hair and do all that stuff first. And I'll eat my breakfast last thing I do before I leave my house. That works best for me because then if I do throw up, I'm just throwing up my crackers, and after throwing up, I kind of feel better, so it's easier for me to get through eating my breakfast meal. So that's my hardest struggle with being nauseous right now, because in the morning, if I'm like having to rush, I feel more like I have to pace myself in eating, so I give myself some more time in the morning and try to eat my breakfast last thing and do it as slow as I can. Other than that, I thought like, wow, this is weird. I'm having like really stereotypical morning sickness because it's only in the morning. I would feel like nauseous at points throughout the day, but I would only puke. If I puked, it would only be in the morning. That changed only this past week. This past week, I threw up once after dinner and another time in the afternoon. So, I don't know where this nausea is going with the puking part, but as far as like aversions and cravings, I do not have any cravings really. Like a couple of things, like at some points I've had like picky foods because I have some aversions, but so if I'm like having too many kind of like savory foods, because that's all that I feel like I can really eat with the being nauseous right now, then after eating like a lot of savory foods, I'll be thinking like, wow, I need something sweet. Now I kind of want something sweet. But even if I do have a craving and like get something sweet, then it's like, I just don't enjoy eating right now. Like, I'll eat the sweet thing if I want it, but while I'm eating it, I'm just like really turned off from food. I don't want food. Like, even if I want it and I'm eating it, I don't want it. So that's cravings. Aversions, definitely meat. It started off with just chicken and only chicken. Not any kind of chicken. Like, if I saw or like was around like some kind of like fried or battered chicken or like a chicken wing or something like that, it wasn't too bad. But like any kind of just like raw chicken breast or like even cooked chicken breast or the smell of chicken being cooked, seeing a chicken breast on a commercial, like that grosses me out. Then that changed to now, like, ground beef, steak, those gross me out too. Pork, ham, no thank you. The only thing that I've been okay with, like, seeing or eating is, like, bacon. Like, we ate a salad the other day that had some little bacon bits on top, and that was the only meat, and that was fine. Oh, it had pepperoni on it too, but I picked that off because that was grossing me out. But the little bacon bits was fine, but any other kind of, like, big ham thing is, like, no thank you. So, eggs, I've been making sure to eat eggs every day because I'm not eating any meat. So, I guess they said it's fine, like, because this won't last long, just eat what I can, but, you know, I hope that it won't last super long because I'm feeling, like, bad about not getting too much protein. So, all of, like, the basic what I've been eating has been, like, eggs, fruit, cheese, and, like, bread and pasta. Like, that's basically it. Like, a lot of fruit, though, like, because my, choices have gone down because of, like, not wanting them so much. I've been eating, like, a lot of fruit because fruit is something that I can't eat. So that's what it's like with food for me. Oh, at about 7 weeks is when I started having dreams, like, different dreams. Everyone's dreaming situation is different when they're pregnant, but for me, at around 7 weeks it started, and it was very, consistent for, like, a week. Like, I would, like, have a weird kind of dream, like, for, like, almost every night, and then it slowly dimmed down. I don't really, like, remember or, like, have a weird dream, like, every night now, but I will, like, every couple nights, and then I'll be like, whoa. So my dreams will either be, like, really vivid, like, I'll wake up and it will feel like it was so real. Like, just for example, if I dreamt I was apple picking, I'll wake up and be thinking, wow, it really felt like I was apple picking. And then they also will be, like, weird or bizarre, like, just totally crazy, don't make sense at all, like, mixed mashup of a weird dream, just not making any sense at all. And then also the X-rated dreams. I will have some really sexual dreams, which I have never really had before, and those are quite frequent. I know that a lot of people do have that, some people don't. I apparently do, and it's really weird. So those are different, and they can be really weird. So that is what my dreams are like. Symptom-wise, that's really everything. That's all the symptoms that I have so far. Besides, like, bloat, I guess. Like, I do feel, like, a little bloated some days. Just, like, uncomfortable. If I'm home, I will, like, unbutton the button on my pants sometimes because it will just be feeling uncomfortable. But that's it. Like, everything fits pretty fine, and just bloat every once in a while. But that's all the symptoms. For me and Rob lately, like, we'll just be talking a lot about, like, everything. We'll talk about how excited we are, because we are so freaking excited. We are just so excited. And just, like, every couple times a day, we'll just be like, can you believe our baby's gonna be here soon? Our baby's almost 10 weeks. That's far, and that's, like, almost done. Like, we'll just be really excited, and we'll be big nerds about it, and just talk about a bunch of different stuff. One thing that we've been trying to talk about a lot more is, like, what we plan to do in the future. So, like what we're gonna do with labor. Like, we're trying to make plans, you know, like, how is this gonna be? What if it's this way? What if it's that way? Try to be on the same page as each other. I really, really want to try not to get an epidural. I really do. If things turn into having to have a cesarean section, then, I mean, C-section will be a whole nother plan. Like, we'll have to, obviously we're going to, like, plan, like, okay, if that happens, then that happens. We'll work through it, but, that aside, that is not something that I want to do. If it has to happen, then it has to, but it's not something that I want to do. I want to give birth. I want to try really hard not to get an epidural and just do it as naturally as possible. I know that's something that a lot of people say sometimes, and also, like, a lot of people are like, hell no, I am getting the epidural, F that. But I would really, really strongly prefer not to. I just want to be like totally there and just like have my body do its thing naturally. Now, when I first started saying that, his reaction would be, yeah, okay, because you can do that, because I guess I really can be a baby when it comes to pain. Like, if I get hurt, sometimes I guess I will complain a lot or something. I don't know, like, I'm not a super baby, but I can be. So, with that, Rob just kind of thought that I wasn't being serious when I said that I didn't want the epidural, but I've expressed to him that I am serious. I really, really would like to try not to, and so I've told him, like, please just, like, back me up on that. I'll need you to, like, be there with me and, like, help me try as hard as I can not to, you know? So there's that. And then, like, we've been talking about, what kind of, like, parenting we want to do. Like, you know, different parenting styles. How are we going to deal with certain stuff? You know, I'm planning to, breastfeed, and we're planning to cloth diaper, mostly. So we're going to go ahead with both of those and see how those work out. And, all goes well. We hope to stick with both those things. Another thing, I think we're both on the same page with, like, trying, like, not to do a binky, you know, like, you use a binky, obviously you'll give it to them when they're a baby, but once they're old enough, then, you know, we don't want that to be an issue. We don't want that to be, they're old enough, they're talking, they're asking for it, they're crying without it. We don't want to do that, you know. We don't want a 4-year-old walking around with a binky in their mouth. That's kind of ridiculous and unnecessary. So that we are going to work against. Sleeping in our room, another thing, you know, when they are first born, then we will have, like, either a bassinet, or we're looking at, like, a playpen / bassinet type thing right now, you know, that converts into the different pieces. We'll have that in our room at first, obviously, because they'll be waking up quite frequently, but as soon as they're sleeping in their room, like, you know, older, like 1 and on at least, you know, like, probably before that. I don't know exactly, you know, everything is different. So once they're sleeping better through the night, not as much feeding, you know, then I will want them in their room. I don't want them to be older, you know, like walking older and like wanting to sleep in mom and dad's bed a lot. I know that that's something that I wanted to sleep in my mom's bed a lot when I was little. I know that my sister Sarah did, and just like I would even sometimes just sneak downstairs out of my bedroom and want to sleep on my couch. I just didn't want to sleep in my room. I don't know why. And that's something, I just like them to feel comfortable sleeping in their own room. And so we're going to work at that. And that's another thing that we've agreed on. So, you know, just talking and planning, you know, that way when things do happen in the future, we're on the same page as it. We know what each other wants and how we're going to work with that. That way it's not just a big surprise. What do we do? And we're not trying to figure out what each other wants. Making our baby registries. Yes, we have made our baby registries, and I love looking at baby stuff. So far, we don't really want to do, like, if it's a girl, we don't want to do, like, really pink, really purple. If it's a boy, we don't want, like, really blue. We'd like to do neutral colors, but not everybody hears neutral and they think, like, pale green and yellow. We want to do, like, colorful, but in a neutral way, not swaying, whichever gender it is. Like, primary colors, like red, blue, and yellow, and, like, other bright colors, like, all together, you know? We don't want the pastel-y too much, like, just, like, white and bright colors. As far as themes, we don't want to go with themes right now. You know, some people will do, like, just like all different themes. We're not picking a theme, even a neutral theme, because we both feel that we know ourselves and we'll get sick of it if we pick a theme. As far as theme stuff, we've picked like 2 themed things to put on our registry. The mobile that we want is a forest animals theme. We do like forest animals for a couple of things, but we don't want everything forest animals, just a couple things. Like the mobile, I think, has like an owl, porcupine, a fox, and like something else. But it's really cute, and it matches. It has like all the bright colors, and we like that. So We're not going with a specific like bargain hunting, you know, checking out what we can online for what we do not mind getting used. Certain things we want new, certain things we want used. Some things are on different pages with, some things I don't mind getting used. Rob would prefer to get new, some things I want new, and Rob would prefer either way. So we're checking that out. We like to see all of our options and see where we can save and where we don't mind spending the extra for the new. We do want new the stroller car seat set, and also the convertible car seat that they can grow into when they're an older toddler and stuff. Those we are getting new just because, you know, newer, the safety of them, the feel of them, the look of them, just everything. Like, we love the stroller car seat set and the convertible car seat that we picked out. So, like, those are two things we're getting new. Other things, like, we're looking, like, online and at thrift stores. There's some kind of thrift stores that are only children and babies used items that are around here, and so we're going to check some of those out and just kind of compare and see what we want to get. And that we can get everything. That is pretty much everything that we've talked about lately. And then there's names. You know, this is my second video only, so I haven't been able to tell you that in the past, but we actually picked our names like a month or so ago. And a lot of people tell us that they think we'll change our mind on names, or like on the nursery, like if we want to do it just the neutral colors or something, but we seem pretty consistent. We haven't changed our minds so far. We like where we're going with it, and I think that our names are going to stick. So I will share the names with you. For girl, we like Coralye. Now that's like the name Lorelei, but with a C. We love that name. I love it. And friends and family have been like, yeah, that's really nice, and that so fitting for if we have a daughter. The only thing that we had issues with at first was spelling. We didn't know quite how we were going to spell it, how's it going to work out, and we decided on Coralye. I'll print them at the bottom as well. I'll type them so that you can see what they look like. And then for a boy, we like Maxwell. I love the name Maxwell. I feel like it's just like a strong, nice boy's name. And that is our boy's name. I love it. And then for both of the names, I love the full names and then the like nickname versions too. Like if they were to be like Coralye or Cora or Maxwell or Max, we are just in love with the names. And we like them so much. I don't know what it's going to be. I feel like it may be Coralye or maybe Maxwell. Who knows? It could be a girl or a boy. But that's what we'll be like going around the house sometimes. Like, I'll be like, is it going to be Coralye or Maxwell? And Rob will be like, I don't know. And I'll say, I think it's Coralye. And he'll say, it could be Maxwell. And we'll just say the names. And, you know, we're already super used to them. So whichever one it is, we're going to be so happy and excited. The only other news that I have for you right now is that I've actually planned a trip home. You know, Rob is in the Air Force, so we are not living in the same state that we're from. We're actually living quite far away. And one thing with that is that it's summertime and we are from somewhere where there is beach. There is ocean and beach, and where we live right now currently, there is nothing. There is no beach, there is no ocean. I don't know of anywhere to go swimming. There's no lakes nearby. You can drive like far out to a lake, but there's just nothing, and it's killing me. So I talked to family and they wanted me to come visit. I want to go home. I want to go to the beach in the summertime, so I'm going to go in the middle of August, and I'm going to take a trip home. And I'm super excited about that. And since I'm taking a trip home, now we're talking about a possible baby shower, so we'll see about that. It's just going to take some planning and letting people know, you know, if we do have a baby shower, it's going to have to be like a greenback type deal where like I can only get money or gift cards if people want to bring gifts, or I can only, if they're wanting to like get something off of one of our registries, then they'll have to either ship that to our house or arrange for us to pick it up at the Babies R Us near us, because, you know, I'm flying. If people were to get gifts, then I would have no way to bring them all home, and it would be pretty crazy for me to, like, try to ship everything. So that's going to take some planning. That might happen, and that is in the middle of August. So I'm super excited for that. The end of July, beginning of August is like super exciting time. I'm gonna have like some ultrasounds at the end of July. Gonna be going home in August. In between those, me and Robert are taking a little trip ourselves, a little road trip. I'll tell you more about that later. I'll probably make a video about it while we're going. Who knows? So that's everything that I have for you for my 9-week update. I'm super excited. I'm just excited in general. I'm gonna probably keep saying I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited throughout all these videos. I'm sorry if that's annoying. I just am. I'm just super excited. So I'll see you next time.